That was perfect timing, wasn't it? That's hilarious.
The screen got brighter somehow. Hello, everybody. Let me make sure I'm actually live.
Yeah, I'm checking.
That would be a good thing. Let's see. Yes, we are. And I'm loud. Wow. Okay. Yes, we're here. Say hello if you're here. I have comments on the side. Hi, Roli. I was just about to send you a notification, Roli. You must be psychic. Let's see. Let's make sure there's no lag.
I want to make sure I post in my group that we're live for anybody who's missing. Oh, yeah, we need to invite Roli.
Yes, but Roli's in here now. Hi, Kimberly. Hi. Let's see. I'm looking. I saw stuff. There it is. Got it. Stuff about Uranus today. Everybody makes fun of that poor planet. Okay.
I know. Poor guy.
I hope everyone is doing wonderful. So for those that are already here, by the way, next week, not next week, next month for the new moon, we aren't going to be able to go live because we have an event that's going to happen that we can't give details about yet. But you will know. You can still see me and Suzie in a different group talking if you are interested in that. But we will not be in my group or her group doing anything for the circle on the new moon.
We got cool stuff coming on, though.
Yes,
Cool
we
stuff
do.
going on.
It's magical and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Roli says she has been watching. I'm worried, Roli.
I know.
Hi, Michelle. Yes, Uranus. It's
Uranus, whatever.
Hi, Victoria. We're doing very well. I hope you're doing wonderful. Awesome. So today we were going to be talking about the new moon in Taurus and then the full moon alignment for this month, which is the full moon in Sagittarius. No, you don't get hints, Roli, for the event. It's just magical. That's as much of a hint as you're getting.
We'll let you put 2 and 2 together, right?
Yes.
It's like a scavenger hunt. Whoever guesses, they're free, such and such.
Exactly. But those that are in me and Suzie's personal programs will have more hints because it's kind of intermingled with our own stuff already. So everybody in both of our academies, you have more hints than anybody else. You're special.
Yep. We love you guys.
Yes, we do. Oh, so as you both know, both me and Suzie are Tauruses. It's the yes, get in there. It's our new moon, and if you think of a Taurus, you think. At least the image that comes to my mind is just this really beautiful woman that really loves her silks, and she has this natural beauty around her, and she just, I picture grapevines and an Italian vineyard because it's all about the decadent, abundant life and fertility and tangible things because Taurus is the fixed earth sign, so it's all about the tangible physical manifestation. So this is a wonderful time for you guys to plant seeds that will literally take physical manifestation by the new moon. It's absolutely awesome.
Especially if it comes with money. It comes to do with money.
Exactly. Just get that money. Especially for everybody here that actually is running businesses and is launching anything, like Suzie's launching her program. You guys need to get in on that. And it's wonderful in the sense of because Taurus usually is seen as so stubborn and so slow. It's more of that slow and steady wins the race. Every step that is taken is meaningful and well thought out and planned. It's like the Knight of Pentacles just slowly creeping along, but with a purpose, you know?
Yep.
So it's really awesome. I'll let you see. Let's see. So what are some things that you like to do or associate with Taurus, Suzie? Or at least even just the new moon in this energetic period that we're in right now?
Well, it is great for manifesting money because, like we talked about, Taurus is an earth sign. It's a pinnacle sign, so we really love our money. We foster the relationship with that money, and when something goes wrong with that money, we are a freaking mess. I have an horrible emotional relationship with money.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate it. I wish I could get rid of it. But anything that you haven't done that has to do with your money, you need to work on it. You need to manifest it. And because Tauruses are so stubborn, if you've been putting something on the back burner or haven't been doing it, now is the time for you to really start plodding through it. It doesn't have to be a marathon. You can only eat elephant one bite at a time. And that's how Tauruses are. They're not fast. They're not swift. They just do one task at a time. So if you have a huge project, start making a list and start just marking it one thing off at a time and start getting that project completed. Now is a good time to do it and take, like I say, the bulls by the horn, right? Horn by the bull? Bull by the horn?
Bull by the horns.
Bull by the horns. And start working on your plan, start working on what you want to manifest, and start bringing in the energy, stubborn energy of like the bull, which is like, I don't care what you say, I'm going to do it. It may take me a year to do it, but it's going to get done. So we want you to bring in that stubbornness, that tenacity, and that really keeping things going. And sometimes you have to dig your heels in and just say, this is what I'm going to do. And setting boundaries is huge. Setting boundaries is huge. You can get stuff done.
Exactly. It's very much that whole and I totally resonate with the fact that you're just like, if it's you do one thing at a time, because literally, because I have Taurus so much in my chart, it's like that's how I eat. It's literally one section at a time. And it's really slow and purposeful. But the thing with a really big thing with a bull and with Taurus in general is that loyalty aspect. If you have somebody within that sign, or if you have any sign of that in your chart, you can expect that house to have loyalty as a really big part of it. And it's not just being loyal to other people, but it's being loyal to yourself in that way. So now is a really wonderful time to assess where aren't you taking care of yourself, because Taurus does not care. It will point it out and will keep digging at you about it in the most gentle, motherly way possible. And it'll make you really get a firm ground on it. So if you've been feeling out of your equilibrium at all, this is a wonderful time to work on your root and really get your hands in the earth, get your toes in the earth, and really ground yourself again, because that bolt's going to help.
It's also a great time to start an exercise routine. As Tauruses, then usually the description of a Taurus is short and stocky, thick, kind of
curvaceous but not hefty,
and really solid. So we tend to like, oh yeah, I just want to sit on the couch and just watch TV, which I binged Real Housewives of Atlanta this weekend, so I'm all kind of sassy. So it is a good time for you to say, all right, I'm too much Taurus, right? I'm too much groundedness kind of thing, and I need to get motivated in moving. So if you feel like you're too grounded, you're sitting on the couch too long, you're not moving and getting your joints, going and getting the blood flowing, now is the time for you to start your routine, your physical routine, your exercise plan. I don't care if it's 20 minutes a day. Do something. I don't care if you just walk in circles or dance in your living room. It's a good time for you to get out of that. Sometimes it's a heavy Taurus energy. And we like to be there. That's what's so bad about it. And sometimes we're like, I like my comfy couch and my bonbons and my Real Housewives of Atlanta and my snuggle blanket. What's wrong? But yeah, sometimes we're our worst enemy. So we need to start an exercise program. If you guys have been wanting to, now is the time to do it.
Exactly. And it's funny because someone that just entered the group, I think it was Micah, that literally just came in the group today. She was talking about how Uranus enters Taurus today as well. And the awesome part about what Suzie just said with starting an exercise routine and starting routines in general is because Uranus causes all kinds of shifts anyway, from your job to your money to your love life, everything like that. This is the perfect time to set up a new structure. And Taurus loves structure, like bring on the routine and stay in it. So for those of you that have been struggling with doing a daily draw or a meditation practice or anything of that kind, now is the perfect time to do that, because you will get into that so much more. The really good thing about Mercury retrograde is all of that starting a routine and starting habits, but Taurus is even better for it because it's made for structure. So like personally, I'm getting started with fitness myself. I've been going for 4 days and it's been awesome. I don't feel any resistance at all. I love it. I'm not even tired or sore or anything. Yes, the energy is wonderful. I'm doing my meditation and I'm using my malas. So it's like getting into that routine is so much easier because Taurus is like, yes, make a new routine. We will support you.
Yeah.
Let's see. There were some questions. Let's see. Roli just had her new moon manifestation virtual vision board. Awesome. Hello, Amanda.
Yeah, I saw that, Roli. Yeah,
Victoria, yes. Digging in to get it done is pretty much what it is all about. It's not that whole surface of, for example, if you have a plant dying, how you're going to look on the surface to make sure everything's okay. You're getting the trowel down in there and you're digging out all the roots and you're clipping the plant apart and you're making sure deep, heavy work is getting done and you're trimming it so it's the best for later. So that's exactly what's going on. Lisa, hi, Lisa. I am in serious sloth mode, way too grounded.
I know.
Routines are a major conflict for Scorpios. We would much rather wing it. I can understand that. But Scorpio got its time last month with the full moon. Yeah. It's time for you to enter the world of structure and stability a teensy bit. And your life, you'll be happy. Let's see. Amanda says, I've tried so many times to start a new routine, but it usually only lasts for a week or two, and then I fall back into sloth mode. Okay. So the awesome energetic part about that is right now, Taurus isn't going to let that happen. Because if you plant an intention underneath a Taurus new moon, it is going to stay there and manifest and grow, and your beautiful little routine plant is going to blossom into this beautiful thing, even past the full moon this month. Mm-hmm. So at least plant the seeds and make a game plan, write it down, or get a tracker for your phone or something like that, and take the baby steps, and it'll be so much easier this time around because Taurus is right behind you helping push you. Yep. You know?
And you can always fit it into your day. I know it's hard, but even with me at lunch, because I have a corporate job, I just walk the stairs for 20 minutes and the rest of the time I eat lunch. So that way I don't have to worry about coming home and trying to work out. So I've started that like yesterday. So I was like, yeah, I need to physically start my routine. And it's going to be hard for me to fit it in. So I mindfully set my timer to go off on my phone and say, this is when you're going to start walking. You're going to start to the stairs. Then I set a timer for 20 minutes and then I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, sometimes, it's just that tiny little thing, like just to be mindful. That's literally all I do. I go on to YouTube, look up a 5-minute yoga video in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It works. Or, we were just talking about routine last last week in this group how even if you just take 30 seconds on your way to work to sit there and notice how you're breathing.
Yeah.
Or to notice how many green lights pop up for you when you say thank you for it. Or something like that. Just get in the habit of it. Even if it's one or two things, even if you feel silly or embarrassed, it's going to be so much easier the next time around.
So you're pretty much going to set your intentions when it has to do with money and physical type of activities. And because money, is so embedded in Taurus that, like Rachel says, she goes on YouTube and finds free videos. So that kind of feeds both your Taurus energy of being frugal and being mindful, but then gets you out of the energy of just being kind of like, slothy, kind of like Lisa said.
Exactly. Let's see. Amanda says it's easy because I don't have a job, so it's easy to just sit on the couch and veg out. Totally get that. But now's the perfect time to break that habit because even too many carrots can be too much of a good thing. Sherry asks, is it for all the signs or just in general? All the signs. One thing that you can really do to make sure where Taurus will directly affect you is to look up your birth chart. There's a lot of free websites where you can do that. So look that up and you'll be able to actually see where specifically it'll affect you. But because the new moon energy is so prevalent, it's happening for everyone right now. It's not just those who have Taurus in their chart. That's an awesome question. Let's see. Geminis and structure are not always a good thing. Oh, I know, Victoria, my husband's that way.
Roli started her walking every other day last Friday. She's already ahead of the game.
Yes, she did, because Roli's a boss. Roli, actually, if you guys are trying to get involved with fitness, she has a group for that.
Yep.
I just joined it a couple days ago. It's awesome.
It'd be like hashtag walk with Roli or something like that. Hey, Roli, we're going to run the business. Hashtag walk with Roli. We're all going to join.
Yes. Kimberly popped a link to the natal chart. It's free in the comments. Nice. Just click it and input your birthday and date, time you were born, and all that kind of stuff. Awesome. VIP. So, apart from the new moon, what do you know about the full moon coming up this week? Not this week, next week, Suzie?
The full moon is in Sagittarius, right? And we're going to do something a little different. And so we're not going to do a chakra activation. We're going to read auras this time. And we're going to talk about your auras, right? And the goddess that we picked for the new moon coming up is going to be Artemis. So we're going to be working with her. And we're going to be doing a full moon meditation with Artemis. And she is all about the hunt. And Sagittarius, if you picture it, right, has like a bow and arrow. So it's like, doink, right?
Yep, it's Chiron.
Yeah. So she's all about putting your eye on the prize and just like pinpoint what you need to do and just really just putting blinders on and getting stuff done and just paying attention to what she has in front of her and letting the rest of the universe just do what she has to do and just really just focusing on the task at hand. So we're going to be working with auras next month. And we're going to be working with the goddess next month. So it's going to be not next month, this month. Hello, this month.
And next month, but this month as well.
And forever and ever.
Yes. Oh, so. Kimberly says she's excited, never had her aura read, but always been curious. Yeah, both me and Suzie are now certified to do aura readings. Yes. So it's going to be awesome. And for those that don't know Artemis that well, she's also Demeter. So if you've heard the story of Persephone and Hades, how Persephone spends half of the year down in Hades during winter, and in the spring she comes out of Hades to spend the rest of the year with Diana. Diana is the Roman name for the goddess Artemis. Artemis is just the Greek one. So she's very much a mother. She's a hunter. She procured the Nemean boar for the trials of Hercules or Heracles. She is a badass hunter, and her whole thing is kind of like waste not, want not. She makes sure that you use every part. It's that Native American thing, how you use every part of the animal when you hunt it. So it's respectful of that life as well as the life that you are nurturing. She's up there with Hestia in terms of mother goddesses, and how Hestia, goddess of the hearth, when someone would give an offering to her and they burn it in a fire, she would take the fat and nourish herself first before letting the other gods take from her fire. So Artemis has that same kind of energy of, I am going to take the fatty parts to make sure I am nurtured, and then you can go ahead and share with me, but not beforehand. Artemis is also a weaver. She created the goddess Arachne. I was talking to Krista about that the other day for Arachne for her business. Because the gods are jealous, so they had a competition, and Arachne won, and Artemis didn't like it, so she turned her into spider. But she's a wonderful goddess to work with. Her thing is just, as a contemplation, it's ready, aim, reconsider what you're aiming at to make sure that you're on point, and then let go of the bow. Maintain your tools to make sure that your aim is always on point. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Let's see. Michelle says, awesome. Malay says, hi, Malay. Sagittarius, that's me. Ooh, Aura sounds awesome. Kimberly said, I thought Artemis Diana was the pairing. No. Yeah. Artemis Diana, the pairing, and it would be Demeter's Ceres.
Ceres?
I didn't know they were the same similar goddess. Yeah. When it comes to... I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're fine.
When it comes to the Roman goddesses versus the Greek goddesses, think of it in this way. Greece was established and it was powerful. And then Rome took over and they thought, ooh, I like this system, but I don't like your name. So I'm going to rename that one and that one and that one. That's why even though Pluto is in retrograde right now, think of it as Hades in retrograde. If you just switch the name, Pluto and Hades are the same thing, just different names. So that's actually a really good question for those that get confused for that.
Yeah, good question. I like it. I use Artemis also because she is such a goddess that has to deal with the hunt in nature and individualism, because when Zeus was her father, and so Zeus talked to her and said, what do you want to do when you grow up, kind of thing. And she said, I want to be by myself in the forest with my animals and just be by myself. So she's a goddess of individualism. She's a god of strength. She's a goddess of sometimes being by herself and communing with nature and taking care of the animals. So whenever we're going to do a meditation, so in the next moon, and I'm going to take you down the path of walking with her in the forest and just taking in all of the nature that she has around her. So we can bring that type of connecting back to nature, because I think we've gotten away from that. So she's really good at serving nature, protecting the wildlife, and working with the female goddess aspect of the forest. So it's going to be great.
Yes.
So we get to walk barefoot in the forest.
Yes. and the thing that I love so much about her is she is truly a masculine wild woman, because her twin is Apollo, the god of the sun. And that's how come for tarot cards she's associated with the chariot, because her and Apollo have that twin link. So she's so masculine and so driven. She's not diminutive at all. Nope. You can't really be diminutive as a god, but you know what I mean? She puts herself out there, but at the same time, it's that kind of reassuring crone that it's like, I don't care. I know what I am. I'm going to chill with me, but do not underestimate me, kind of thing. It's
She
wonderful.
reminds me of a person, a wild woman that would be like in all like leaves and natural type of garb, clothing, but then she would like put mud on her face, you know, and start the hunt. And then she would eat, but then she would give homage as soon as she killed it. So it's kind of like that whole goddess warrior, don't mess with me kind of thing. I'll let you into the forest if I like you, but if I don't like you, get out. Because I am the dominion of my force kind of thing. So I like her. She's pretty badass.
Yes.
But hey, maybe
we got all the badass goddesses for our activations. Last time we had Serket. This time we got Artemis. Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah. Maybe we should make some Artemis mud. Face mask. Yeah, we need to do
guerrilla warfare. This, I love it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We'll do it.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna show up the red circle with war paint on it. I'm gonna do it.
A couple people in the chat are wondering some other places that you can research her. So looking up, a lot of the times going to your local library is a wonderful resource. There's a book for Greek Mythology 101 that I actually looked up, and it literally tells you from the beginning of time all the way up to what we know now. It's like the Greek and Roman Mythology 101 or something like that. That's a wonderful way to start. I always mention my video games, and turns out Artemis is in Smite as well. So you can always check for that if you want to see more about Artemis in that sense too. They give lore in there as well. Uh-oh. Suzie hopped off. Try again. Suzie froze. Let's see. Let's answer questions while Suzie tries to come back. Let's see. Venus and Aphrodite are the same thing. Yes, that's a really good point, Victoria, because Venus is actually the planet that rules Taurus right now. So that's why love is super good for that Taurus energy too. Just call on Aphrodite. Kimberly says, I remember hearing how she blinded Tiresias the prophet because he was being all pervy and watched her bathing naked. Yes, because Tiresias was a perv. He was in the legend of Oedipus. A lot of people getting blind in that play. Let's see. Edith Hamilton and Bullfinch are good mythologists to read. Yes, they are. Lost Suzie. I know. I don't know where Suzie went. Let's try Suzie and bring her back. Because we were going to do readings. Let's see what happened to Suzie. So I want to remind everybody that those of you that are in the Academy, at least silver level and above, you get to do the activation circle already. That's how come there's a few people who have been there a couple of times because they're awesome and they're a part of it. So either that or you can join us for the activation circle for the full moon activation. You get put in a special little group for it. You get the replay so you can watch the activation as many times as you want. Me and Suzie give you a reading. So that's how you get involved with the activation circle. But it's a part of the Academy if you do it. So let me see. Suzie, what happened? Let me see if Suzie will come back. It says she's still online. Yes. I love you guys. So does anybody have any questions about Artemis or Taurus energy or the full moon in Sagittarius? Because if you aren't someone who goes with the goddesses as well, you could do Chiron. He's literally the constellation for Sagittarius. He's the centaur. That's the constellation for it. So there's some other avenues that you can go through in order to access this wonderful, wonderful energy. Just let me know. How much a month at the silver level? Awesome question. A month for the silver level pays for the full Crone Academy membership after 12 months. You don't have to do anymore. And it gives you 12 months of the Moon Sister Activation Circle, and that's $97.77 a month. If you want to do just the Moon Sister Circle, it's the same price as the bronze level for me. It's $47.77. Let's see. I'm trying to get Suzie back. And if you have any questions about that, feel free after the live stream today to let me know. Remember, you guys, you also have the up until after Friday on the workshop, you are able to do 6 weeks of the gold level with me for $197. So that's coaching with me every 2 weeks, this month's Moon Sister Circle, and the Crone Academy for 6 weeks. There's a link up there if you want to go grab that. I don't know where Suzie went, but we can keep going in the meantime. She was going to pull cards out of her aura deck. I super appreciate it. Lisa's in the Academy. Kimberly is. Michelle is. It's wonderful. I love it so much. They're joining me a bunch, and it's amazing. It's absolutely wonderful. So, while we wait for Suzie to see if she can hop back on, I know she was having some weather issues in her area. It was raining and everything for me here, and it's raining and thundering for her, so perhaps her power had an issue. I was going to do tea leaf readings for everyone. I was going to pull 2 cards. A couple of you got the tea leaf fortune cards. Whoop. Who is going to do it? I have to do it all the way to the side. Got the tea leaf fortune cards for me through the Academy bookstore. Let's try that. It's still super bright, but yeah. And they're based off of tea leaf symbols, and I thought that was wonderful for the energy of Taurus. That was a wonderful little touch. Gets really down to earth. They're all round cards. They're very beautiful. So if you're interested in tea leaf reading, we haven't gotten to that stuff yet here in the group, but definitely going to do that. Let's see. Kimberly says, I agree with Lisa. Also, the Sister Circle is totally worth it. Loving all the supportive energy. Yes. Amanda says, I can't seem to get myself to do the work in the course I'm paying for now, and I'm about to cancel because I feel so behind. See, the wonderful thing about that, Amanda, if you feel like you can't keep going, exactly what Roli said, this new moon in Taurus will be a wonderful start for that if you try to keep a regular schedule. And on top of that, if you are doing the best part about the Academy is I don't give you deadlines. Yes, I give you homework, but it's not something that is overbearing for you. It's something to think about and just something for you to share your thoughts in the group. It's not something I grade or anything like that. Everybody is at their own pace because I'm big on that. Everybody has lives. I'm not going to force you to rush yourself. And the wonderful thing about the gold membership trial is actually a couple of the people that did the trial last time I offered it, they really love that accountability. And the fact that every 2 weeks they met with me, I remembered the homework that I gave them, the modules that I gave them to go and look at based on their own individual practice, and told them, hey, this is where I recommend you go. In 2 weeks, I check in. How did it go? Did you take a look at it? What offers do you have? Let's figure out how we can help you keep going. One of the people in the gold level, that's gold level right now, actually still, they were having a hard time finishing 2 other courses. So I'm happy to help you through those if you need to. Do we have a Suzie that came back? It moved me over to the side. Are you there? So shoot me a message, Amanda, if you need help. Let me know. Because it doesn't matter what course it is. I'm happy to help you. No, we can't see or hear you, Suzie. You're a white screen for me. I'm doing the Masters Awaken by C.C. Chapman, and it feels like a grace course, but I'm finding so hard to sit and do meditations and journal writings. Okay. Shoot me a message. because it just may be a tad overwhelming for you. Because the person that was doing the gold level with me that was having problems was doing Biddy Taro. So that's why. So shoot me a message, Amanda, and I'll talk to you one-on-one with it. I can see and hear you now, Suzie.
Finally!
Hi! Let's see if you pop back up over here.
Okay.
Yes! You came back!
Awesome. Sorry about that. We're having bad storms, so I think kick me out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking it was. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure it was the weather.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let me pop your name back up again. Because that disappeared. Come on. I see your hubby. Hello. There we go. Name back up. Yay! We can see Suzie. She's back.
Sorry.
I figured we could start the readings if there was anything else that you had questions on or wanted to tell them about the full moon activation or anything like that.
No, I think I'm good. I think we're good. Covered
Awesome. So how about we grab 5 people that are in the chat. We have quite a few that are watching right now. Let's grab 5 people. Let us know if you would like a reading. And are you still going to be using the color deck?
The which deck?
The color one?
Yeah, we can use that one.
Okay. Or whatever you're vibing with. I know I tried showing them mine, but the freaking lighting.
We can use the color one.
And I'm doing tea leaf.
Okay.
In the throat. And this deck, your guys are going to see me shuffle it. It's so big, it comes in a bag. Shows you can shuffle a deck anyway. And you literally just do this in order to do it. So it's big. Let's see. People who would like a reading. Yes, do PM me later, Amanda. Roli.
Okay, Roli, I'll get your name down. I'll keep a list.
Awesome. Roli, Michelle, Kimberly, Nicole, and Malay.
Malay.
I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is. And that's just for time. So we'll see. Because we were going to end this in about like 20 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on, Roli? What would you like a question on? We'll wait a second for it to catch up. Catching up. What do I need to know for this week? Okay. That's a very simple question. And that's wonderfully worded. Let's see. What does Roli need to know for this week? The thing I love about these cards, too, is they work like Lenormand, how they're super, super specific.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a wonderful pairing with the color. Okay. So what I've got, Roli, is first of all the spear. So it's all about heartache over what you no longer have. It's kind of that 3 of Swords feeling, how you're pining for something like an old version of you, or I know you're working on your business and building up your abundance with the new moon in Taurus. So perhaps some old ways that you used to make money are going to fall away. Some old clients are, but you got the camel right after that, which is going to mean that you're going to persevere through it and you're going to overcome it. It's just a matter of letting that grief go. Don't hang on to feeling super, super low.
Exactly.
Awesome. We will see you later, Lisa. Enjoy your quiet time. But what are you grabbing, Susie? What do you have?
The color card that I have, I'm gonna pick a witchy card too, is Aqua. So this is your color for the week. If I can get that close.
Yes.
Beautiful color. I like it. It's all about experience, peace, and calmness this week. So Aqua is a color for, I hate to say this because me and Roli have been back and forth about this, about patience and soothing your mind and immersing yourself in colors of aqua and just calming your mind, focusing on your inner stillness and just letting the universe just handle it the way it's supposed to. This week is going to be all about inner peace with you and letting things unfold the way it's supposed to do and just having faith and accepting whatever comes your way. And I get a lot of coolness with this. Is Roli laughing?
Yes, she's like patience.
I know. Lately, all the cards I pulled for her is patience.
Yeah, and it's just like, let me get these in here. So it's literally, it's because of that spear that you need the patience, though. Like, you're pushing yourself so much. You're trying to be the camel and grow an extra hump, but you only have the hump that you have. Mm-hmm. Like, enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And try to get a handle on calming your nerves this week and just taking deep breaths and just asking the divine to come in and help you just release the anxiety, the impatient kind of situation and energy that's coming around you, and just really learning to be still. And I want you to visualize, instead of white light, I want you to visualize the color aqua. And I want you to start wearing more aqua this week. Aqua color. And water and flow and all that fun stuff. So, yeah.
Which would look very pretty with your skin complexion, Roli, anyway.
Yep. It's probably your color.
Awesome. She says she's learning to be patient. Okay, awesome.
Me and you both. It's interesting because Tauruses are not known for being patient. They want it when they want it. It depends on kind of what it is. I'm totally impatient pretty much when it comes to eating.
Well, that's because Taurus rules food. So.
Exactly. I'm like, I want my dinner and my lunch now. What is taking so long? And if I want it then, and Tauruses hate waste, so they hate the waste of time. So when you're sitting there waiting for stuff, you look at it like a waste of time. You could be doing something else. You could be, so they look at waiting as being wasteful instead of taking that time to actually just enjoying the stillness. So.
She said she actually wore that color for her shirt on her walk today. It's like,
awesome.
You must be psychic, Suzie.
Yeah, it must be.
Yes. Awesome. But yay. So who is next on the list?
Michelle.
And it's Michelle. Let me get a last name. We have a lot of Michelles in this group. Hines. New Michelle. Hello, new Michelle. You came from Susie's group.
Yay, new Michelle.
Yes.
Don't tell old Michelle we call her old Michelle.
No, not Michelle Cornish. I love you, Michelle. You're wonderful.
Ooh.
So what question do you have, Michelle? How can we help you? Let's see. Is there a thing? I hate Facebook lag sometimes. It's like,
I know.
It's that impatience that we literally just talked about. Like, give me the thing in real time, please.
I know. Instead, patience. Remember, we just talked about that.
Yes.
Taurus.
She says she's currently going through her Saturn return and a lot of change is coming her way. Can she help with that? Yes. Yes, we can, especially because Saturn is still one of the planets in retrograde. So it can make everybody feel a little bit childish sometimes, but that's okay. Let's see. What is going on? Ew. Okay. Are you married, Michelle? Or in an intimate relationship with somebody?
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, the reason that I ask is because, first of all, I have the cane that says that you need to pay attention to your health more.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I have a dark man.
Ooh, sexy.
So, which is dealings or a relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. So, I'm asking that.
He can eat crackers in my bed anytime. Just saying. Woo-hoo. Well, you know Taurus is ruled by Venus, right?
I'm dying.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I did not expect that.
Taurus is ruled by Venus.
Yes, it is. It's as bad as when we keep pulling that one sexual card in my Lenormand deck.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're engaged. Okay, so this Saturn return is bringing up issues with your health then?
Yep.
Don't force something else to be your cane. Let him be your crutch, okay? He's going to help you through the Saturn return right now. Kimberly says that's Susie's Real Housewife coming out.
I know, right? That's what Blair has banned me from watching Housewives. I can't do it. He's like, oh my God, you're so sassy now. I was like, who's going to cheat me, boo? So
Amanda, that's a wonderful question. She's wondering what a Saturn return is. So, depending on where Saturn is in your birth chart, that'll determine whether or not it's coming back into alignment for you, and whether or not it's going to cause issues in one of your houses. So that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's really, even though a lot of stress is happening for you right now, Michelle, it's a matter of relying and letting your cane be your partner right now. Don't try to handle it by yourself because you're going to get sick or you're going to make a very silly mistake and you're going to slip up and hurt yourself. So pay attention to how you're feeling because that's what he's there for. He's supposed to make you feel better, you know? He is the best. I can tell he's the best. Suzie likes him. So what are you grabbing here, Suzie?
I have the color purple for you, which is all about mental clarity. You can see that. I love that. But it's funny because Rachel talked about, or ironic that Rachel talked about health issues coming up for you. So this color that was coming through is a lot of like pain in your bones, like arthritis, kind of aches and pains. So you want to be aware of what you eat if that is causing like a flare up in your knees and your joints. So be aware of that. It just had a divine download with that. It's kind of like for some reason I'm getting your hands kind of arthritis, bones kind of thing. But the purple color is going to be clarity of mind. So if there's something that you need to get clear on, you need to bring the energy of the color purple, which is also your third eye, which is opening your connection with the divine and bringing in emotions and bringing in messages. So you need to focus your attention also on your thoughts because purple has to deal with your third eye and your thoughts. So get control of any negative thoughts that you're having, and you want to release those. So you want to just, divine intelligence, being, whatever you connect with, ask them to release your negative thoughts for you so you can move forward with mental clarity. But I do want you to be aware of the rheumatoid arthritis, aches and pains kind of thing. So if you're experiencing that or inflammation, check your diet.
Mm-hmm. One thing also when it comes to third eye, especially because you brought that up, I feel like the reason why you're feeling super, super stressed right now and you have that lack of mental clarity is because the third eye is blocked by illusion. Usually the lies that we tell ourselves or the beliefs that we have that are prohibiting us. So really focus on clearing that out. Yes, people are there for you. Yes, you're Superwoman. We already know you're Superwoman. I can feel it. It's just a matter of you don't have to be Superwoman all the time. Sometimes she needs some, R&R and some TLC. So actually, along with the purple, because that screams lavender for me, get some lavender Epsom salts and have an enjoyable bath. Take care of yourself.
And amethyst. If you have amethyst, place some amethyst around your bathtub while you take the bath. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Around the edge of the bathtub. Yeah. And on your nightstand.
And it happens to be her favorite color.
Hey.
Yes. Embrace your purple. Do your nails. Enjoy yourself.
Oh, yeah. Do your nails in purple. That'd be cool.
Oh, yes. But let us know if you have any questions. We do have to zoom along because me and Suzie like to talk.
I know. Kimberly.
Kimberly. What's up, Kimberly? I know you're moving. Did you finish your dissertation? And she's awesome. Let's see. What is Kimberly doing?
Kimberly's a mover and a shaker, I think.
Yes, she is. Let's see if the dark man comes up again for her. Getting that King of Wands over and over and over again.
Oh, this is funny.
Let's see. If Kimberly is still here.
I hope she's here.
I hope so. I look all funky, scrounging up and digging in the bag. Come on. Here we go. Kimberly says she would love to have some guidance on what to poke her focus on, especially with the move and the transition. Okay. That is definitely possible. Let's see. That's very blunt cards. That's what
What'd you get?
I got cats. Literally. First of all, because you're wondering what to do, literally what to do, it is time to act. Because I got a lion. Bloop. I got a lion. And then, in terms of what to act about, we have a tiger. So you need to do something risky and take a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you like to play it safe. And we were just talking about this earlier today. You were wondering how to open up your psychic abilities more, and you have a hard time balancing the logic versus everything else within your energy. So really the best thing to do with having this transition is to start moving with your inhibitions. Like, do it. Don't overthink it anymore and let it just happen. Yay, kitties. What do you have, Suzie? What are you picking up?
Oh, look at this. Violet. Create a balanced life.
Everybody's getting purples.
So you're probably a little bit out of balance, especially with the move. So you need to work on focusing what you're out of balance with. You're probably pretty stressed, right? You're not nurturing yourself enough like you need to be. You need to recognize the challenges that maybe you had to face in this move and just get past that and let it go and start moving on to the next phase of life. It's interesting because the violet has to do with creating a balanced life, but it also has to deal with healing insomnia. So I'm interested to see if you're having problems sleeping and if your thoughts are pretty much consuming you, because it violet really has to deal with not being able to calm your thoughts, and also has to do with the balancing of your energy and reprogramming yourself on like a cellular level kind of thing. Um, and it also activates your intuition. So, like, just like Rachel said, you've been trying to make sense of the intuition versus what's real, what's not real kind of thing. So, purple is going to really activate that intuition in you. So, get started on the next step. What'd she say?
She's also wearing that color today. Everybody's wearing cool colors.
Yeah.
Wearing the same color that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna do just fine, Kimberly. I think it's just letting down your walls a teensy bit more. You'll be fine.
Yep.
She says more issues with being overtired, but I think that's because Shark Week is supposed to coincide with my move. Ooh, yucky. Starts moving Friday and departing the current city on Saturday evening. Okay, so for that, I'd really recommend some lavender and
chamomile. It's good.
Chamomile and raspberry leaf tea.
Raspberry leaf tea. Yep, I got mine.
Yes, I recommend doing that because that'll help with your hormones and that'll help the cramps and make you be able to get things done. Shark Week is bleeding, period.
Yep. And embrace it. Don't try to go against your flow. If you feel kind of yucky, then say, okay, I feel kind of yucky. What am I going to do to nourish my body to help me get through it? Don't fight it. Go with the flow.
But not the progressive flow. It's
no.
The red flow, not the blue flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we have Nicole.
Super welcome. Nicole, what's your question? And let's specify which Nicole, because we have a bunch of Nicoles in here too. Let's see. Nicole. What is it? Nicole Lowe. I believe you're a new member as well. Hello, Nicole. I'm a little wacky and crazy. Susie's a little wacky and crazy. I hope you're doing awesome.
A lot of newbies in here.
Yes. We have new people who are showing up. I love it.
Sacrifice the virgin.
I promise we don't bite. How can we help you, Nicole? What question do you have? Are you just wanting general, or what are you wondering? I wonder if anybody else heard the cackle of the psychotic Gemini in the background laughing at wrestling. I apologize for that. Future employment. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Let's see. Okay. You. Okay. You've also got a man that popped up, but not in a loving kind of way.
Oh.
So, good thing is I do see an interview, but you're going to be terrified the entire time because you want the employment super, super bad. So, the reason why I say that is because I have a dagger. And it just is really for fear and tense situations, being incredibly worried. You need the job really bad, or you want to change the job really bad. So you're putting all this pressure on yourself of, I need it. And the only obstacle in your way is a fair man. So somebody of fair complexion and fair hair. Yeah, he's not as cute. And he will be interviewing you, at least from what I can tell. So really work on releasing your fear. the biggest thing that I see when it comes to Taurus, and in general, if you need something manifested super, super fast, is if you put pressure on it, it's not going to happen. It's like a watch pot never boils. Like you stand there and you're staring at the water and you're waiting on the water to go, and it doesn't do anything for a good 30 minutes. But as soon as you walk away and come back, all of a sudden it's ready to fall off the stove. So
it's like that porridge thing, that porridge story.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this will be the last one because bath time. But you will get it, but you need to release that fear. Okay?
Yeah.
Hi. Lily says hi.
Hi, Lily. So the card that I picked for you was gray. So this is about scanning your body and seeing what blocks you have, because as far as your employment, you've got mental blocks. So you need to really identify what's going on. Physical state, your mental state, I think is more of a mental thing for you. Kind of feeling hopeless, feeling desperate. I don't get this job. This is the last straw. I'm going to be homeless. I can't pay my blah, blah, blah. So you're kind of in a negative, desperate type of energy. And when you're on an interview, people will see that and smell that. And they're like, no, we don't, you're not a good fit. So just go in there with positive attitude, positive thoughts, and ask the divine to release all the stuckness and limitations that you have on yourself and the icky feeling. And go in there, and even if it's the interview, they always say wear kind of dark colors or muted colors or monotone colors. I don't care if you wear like just a regular gray suit. Put on a little pop of color necklace, or put on some bright underwear, or paint your toes bright or something bright. Even if you can't show them that, just know that you're like, yeah, I got some red underwear on, fool, and you're going to give me that job. So that kind of energy.
I love it.
Yeah. But so scan your body, blocks you need to do, and remove, and start wearing brighter colors and get out of that fog and all that.
Yes. Yeah, let us know if you have questions about that, by the way. But this little person needs to get in the bath. If you guys have questions about the Moon Sister Circle, please shoot us messages. Amanda, I'll be waiting for your message. Go ahead and let me know. And yeah. I hope everybody have fun. By the way, free gift. Yes.
Yeah. And while she's pulling up the free gift, it's going to be the full moon circle is going to be the 26th at 11 a.m. Central Time. So you got to do the math if you're in a different time zone. So that will be the 26th at 11. And we hope to see you guys there. We don't want to miss you all. We don't want to send our bow and arrow out to find you. We'll hunt you down like Artemis.
And the free gift that we gotta do, which is not popping up apparently, is a oil recipe for the full moon in Sagittarius. So even if you can't be with us, you'll be able to actually use this recipe. I'm just gonna type it into the chat super quick.
Let me see if I can make it to you.
There we go.
That's fine.
Got it. Yes. So also let us know if that link does not work because of new regulations with the EU. The European Union, MailChimp is fixing up all of the logins and landing pages. So if it doesn't work on your phone, try your desktop. Try it a couple times, refresh the page, clear your cache, stuff like that. It does work. I've tested it, but make sure that it works for you. If you have any issues, just let me know. And I'm happy to get it to you.
Awesome. Oh, wait, that's my huge one. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yes. Awesome. So I hope everybody has a wonderful evening.
Okay. Bye. See you in full moon.
Bye.
Bye.
And in the broadcast.